Daddy Chris representing Jamaica here in Frankfurt, Germany. So guys, for today's video, I'm gonna share with you all part 3 of my childhood in Jamaica. Yes guys, so if you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, go back and check them out so that this video can make way more sense. And just a small little disclaimer, I have an audience here with me today to make sure I don't talk no lie about my childhood, right? I'm not used to an audience, but anyways, I'm doing fine so far. Doing amazing, Sarah said. So, where was I? So I finished last video with me saying that, you know, after GSAT, I passed to go to Irwin High School, which was not my first choice, it was not my second choice, it was not my third choice, it was either my fourth or my fifth choice. But after all the things that I had went through, at least I passed to go somewhere. And yeah, so anyways, I guess life is all about what you do with the opportunities that you get, or what you do with where you go. Because you can also pass to go to a top school and do nothing and come out crazy. So anyways, I'm gonna share with y'all the story of how I started to turn my life around in school wise, I guess, and also my childhood just in general, growing up in Jamaica as a preteen / teen, because now we are getting into that phase. Yeah, was I a good teen, mommy? Preteen too? Didn't give no problems?
Just talk where you want to talk. We don't have nothing to hide.
We have nothing to hide at all. Okay guys, so we're gonna get a little bit dark and deep before we go to the cool stuff. I'm gonna start out, I think, with the childhood, because we're still talking about childhood, right? So in the last video I shared that my parents were separated, and that was like around grade 4, grade 5 thereabouts. Yeah, and then I think at that point things had gone so bad that we were scared of my dad, right? So he would pass by our primary school and shout and say, "Crystal, Sarah," and we would run. We were scared of him, like scared. Anyways, time passed, and I think it was the summer of before going to high school that we somehow, what would you call it? What would you call it? Reunited?
Give him a chance.
We gave him a second chance. You know, mommy was not bitter about what happened. She said, you know,
but that doesn't have anything to do with the children.
Yeah, she didn't want to make that affect our relationship with him, which big up to her for that. And I remember something happened with me and mommy. Something. I was being a stubborn preteen or teen, and I was like, I want to talk to my dad. Like I had forgotten everything or something, I don't know. And I think that's how I reached out to him.
Really? I didn't know that. I think I did.
Something stupid.
Friends with my memory.
I think I reached out somehow to him. So anyways, Sarah has it different in memories. She thought that it happened later, but that's how it started, the communication again. Then he got us a phone, or me a phone, so that I could call him or text him. And we started talking again. And then what Sarah now remembers is one day, I think we're still going to that primary school together. So guys, after we started talking back and forth with my dad, I guess the part that my sister remembers is that he just came one day and picked us up from school. I don't know if we had a bag already packed, if that's the day we went back with him to the country. But I think he visited us
and he bring mango
at the school.
At the back of the van and eat mango.
And Sarah said she remember mango. It's my childhood, but Sarah said her childhood now. In between, you know, you have to make a video about your childhood in Jamaica and help.
I know everything I come up.
And post it on our channel. So he came, we're just gonna say that he came and visited us on that day, and from there on we went to spend our first summer holiday with him, which somehow is cemented in my brain because that was the beginning of a really bright childhood, I guess. Even though like my parents were separated, somehow they were co-parenting, even though it was just on the holidays. But yeah, I mean, he lived way further away, so it made sense, you know. We were with my mom to go to school in holidays. On the holidays, then we'd go and see him. So we spent half of the holidays with him, half with mommy. Yes. So that's where I'm getting at with my childhood, right? So the first holiday that we spent with him now is so crazy. Like my grandma, she has a house built up there, and then half of the house is not fully built up. So he was in one of the rooms there. I remember the floor not being finished. It was like gravel, and he had like carpets over the gravel, and he had this old bed on top of some blocks. No, it's just in my memory. Let me speak. Then he had this one little table beside his bed. I guess that's starting over, eh? And a little chair or two. And in Bible, guys, he was a new man. He had bald head. In my childhood, he had, before that he had like Rasta. He was a Rasta man.
Yeah, fashion Rasta.
Fashion Rasta, not a real Rasta, I guess. So, you know, I'm explaining this because he was, from that point, a new man. Like, I don't know where them get him from, but he was a new man somehow. He was now a church man. So we had to go to church with him. I remember also that night I came with braids, and he just removed my braids, and that was so cute. He was always like a good dad, but it's just, he was always a good dad. It's just crazy how things had ended, and the co-parenting wasn't always smooth, I guess. He was a good dad in the way that he treated us, but of course with the co-parenting aspect, he could have done better financially to support us, you know, but it is what it is. Anyway, so back now to the start of my new found childhood, right? So in this grandma house, I would call it, were all my cousins, older cousins, what do you call it, first generation, second generation, third generations of cousins, everybody cousins. Of course, my grandma, maybe there was an aunt, you know, she wasn't always there, and it was so cool. I remember like before all of this, like we would visit the house, but I don't remember a lot. But now I'm like a teenager or preteen, I remember, you know, hanging out with my cousins. We had so much fun. That's where I learned to ride a bicycle in country, guys.
Yeah, same. That's where I fell.
That's where Sarah fell and hit her arm the second time. So somehow, even though it's country, they have better road than what we had up in the hills. Because, you know, we live close to Montego Bay, so we don't call ourselves country, but we were still not exactly Montego Bay. We were on the outskirts, but we were like on a hill, bad road, so not a place to learn riding bike.
Not that hard.
Nah, not that
good, and later on and so, but not like.
Okay, let me rephrase. You see, the auditors are here. So the part that we were living, guys, was on the top of the hill, and I guess further down on the hill would have been good to learn to ride a bike, but who's gonna go down on the hill to learn to ride a bike? Anyway, so in the country now, the good road was right along the house, and we'd be riding up and down that road and the whole day, and we loved it. And the cousins too, we made up all kinds of games. You know, I remember we had a police and thief game.
Oh.
And guys, I am the creator of games, you know. I would always make up all sorts of games. Because that game, guys, was my invention. Wait, so I'm gonna get into it. I'm losing my voice.
Those are cool days.
So guys, here so I said those are cool days. So my police and thief game now, we played this for many summers and holidays, you know. I always would tweak the game a little bit. I think initially we started out somehow with leaves. We have to explain this. So guys, there's a big house where my grandma lived, and then there were like 2 smaller houses on the bottom end of the land. It was a big family land and 2 smaller houses, one board. 2 of them were board, but one of them was like, you know, on top of some blocks or something, and one of them wasn't. But that one had like windows so you could see through. And the reason I'm saying that is because with the bicycle, whoever is the police, they have to catch the thieves. So now we are running around these 2 buildings like some idiots. We had so much fun with this game though. So we're there doing like a number 8, you know. So with the bicycle coming now, you can look underneath the house and see which side the bicycle is. And with the other house, you could look through some windows and see like where the bicycle is. And everybody's basically running from the bicycle or the police. And I guess they would get a ticket if I catch them. I think, or they would lose that ticket. So I think they had like 5 leaves, or later down I made special cards so that they can't just pick a next leaf. And they would lose a leaf every time or a ticket every time. And that's how we played. Every time I catch them, yeah, until last man standing, and that was that game. What else did we play? Okay, so other good memories.
Early morning walks.
Okay, other good memories from country is the early morning walks. We didn't have so many, but a few good memories.
Fun, yeah.
Where, you know, we'd go up to this hill. There was this nice little mountain. Even though Savalamar area is quite flat, there was this little mountain close by where we lived. And we'd go up there and we'd drink coconut water and eat cane and find a mango here and there. And it was
get stuck in the, what you call it?
Oh God, there was a quicksand thing. We got stuck there. And I remember also cooking a lot, and my cousins, they loved when I came and when I cooked. And my dad, of course, would sponsor all the cooking sprees, and not just for us, but for the whole entire cousins. He would go broke. Lots. And you know, yeah, they definitely took great advantage of my cooking. And I remember us cooking and bringing it to the beach, like proper box food, buy the box food thing and cook and rice and peas.
At the beach where we
Yes, guys, that's fun memory. Yes, so I remember one time we were all there eating our box food on the beach. Somebody passed and said, "Where did you buy that box food?" I was like, "We made it and brought it." Did you make yours and bring yours? Why didn't you take up? Anyway, so we were slick like that, and we had real cool beach days. And my dad, he would ram up his car or his bus, what it was back then. All of us kids just in the trunk like this, like, it doesn't matter, we just need to go to the beach. All the way up, guys.
And with all the food and everything else.
With the food and everything else, we'll go to that beach in Negril or Bluefields.
Or river.
I also remember one time we went to KFC. We brought KFC to the beach one time. River, which river did we go? Carbita.
Yeah, but we walked
We walked and went to the beach. But that was in the beginning, and Carbita was still nice, beautiful back then. And with time I heard that that area is dangerous, we're not supposed to go that area anymore, or the river is not so beautiful anymore. And with time we didn't go there so often anymore. What else to remember about the country living? Oh guys,
church.
Yes, church. We had to go to church. That was now the new normal. He was a 7-day Adventist.
And we always come up with excuse reasons not to.
In the beginning, but we had no choice, we had to go.
So we tried all the ways, kind of.
We probably tried, but we have to go. Anyways, and then one real great memory is that my dad was not living at my grandma's house for so long, or he moved eventually somewhere else, but whenever we came we still wanted to stay at grandma's house because that's where the vibe is with all the cousins. Anyways, he was not far away, and where he was staying there was this big mango tree, and I remember us waking up early in the mornings, and we're fighting who first can make it over there to that mango tree. And we're gonna see all the mangoes that fell off that tree. I just want to run over there and grab the best ones first. On the mission to the mango tree.
And we also go over there in the morning to wash the car.
Yes. You see, it's good that I have an audience, you know, because so much of these stories I wouldn't have remembered without them. So it's good that Sarah's here. So guys, the thing about the car washing, I remember my dad, he has to wash his car every morning before him go work. It is a religion just to wash the car. So after so many mornings of watching him wash his car, I felt like I can do this too. And my dad is not somebody that you can please easily, but I took on the challenge with my enough self. I watch him wash under the car, in between the car, through the car, every part of the car. That's why I was like, I know all your secrets now, I can do it. So one morning I gathered all my cousins. I said, we're gonna wash this car from top to bottom. And him not have nothing to say. And we watch how him would wash the car like behind the wheel, under the place there. He wash, so make sure, say I tell my cousin, make sure you get under this too. And when it comes to like shining down the inside of the car, it has to be shine. Lord God, we did everything. We slaved away and washed that car. And in the end, you know, when someone is looking at something, I'm like, very pleased, but he does not want to give us that satisfaction, you know? Like, looking around, you can see that he's pleased, but he's being like, And then you see him looking under that place where the tire is behind there, so like, let's see if them do there too. Like, yes, we did there too, we did under the car, but we did everywhere. What you gonna say now?
Yeah, that's why you lost many customers, no? Because you wash car. Meanwhile, you have to carry people to the airport or pick them up at a certain time as well.
So mommy has those memories of her, not childhood, but being with him, of maybe losing some customers over washing car too long.
You want me to go with that dirty car?
Yeah, this man is a clean car man. And he don't care if he might go losing customers, I guess.
He don't make no money, no problem.
But I hope that that has changed over the years and him prefer to keep him customers.
No way. The other day man calling in the washing car.
Still keep it up.
That man can't change.
Yes guys, one other thing about my dad, he loves to iron, he loves to cook, he loves to do all it. He can do all the things as a man. That's why, you know, when I look for a man, I expect him to be very handy like that too. Anyways, he would iron everything for us. He had this real good way of washing our hair. I would always ask him to wash our hair. I mean, he's very rough with it, you know, he's like, but it felt like you got a good wash in the end, and you know, so like, I liked his hair wash even though it was very rough. But you know, that's why I guess I say it's good to have both parents in your life. But guys, that was cool. The holiday side, being with my dad's side, reuniting with him's side. But guess what? The other side of my life also got very interesting. You know, now that he wasn't where we were living anymore, and nobody to tell us that we cannot play with the neighbors' kids anymore, we were also having the time of our lives.
Yeah, because now I wanted to play with them.
So guys, when he left, our lives also got better. You know, where we live majority of the time, where we went to school and all. So guys, being that now my childhood got so much brighter where I was living, I could hang out with all the neighbors' kids. Mommy didn't mind. We had a lot of fun, like, you know, one phase of life I was with this set of neighbors' kids, and next phase of life I was with that set of neighbors' kids. Or we, because you know, so I was always there. And then the next phase of life was when we were with another set of neighbor kids, guys. We did so much. You know, as the older kids, again, making up games for the younger generation here. You know, 5 years, you know, difference. Always looking out for them, how have fun. We used to play treasure hunting, bag up the things, the sweets, the cheese chips. So guys, now with the treasure hunting, I remember us getting snacks, cheese chips, sweet tea. Then we got the poly bags, and we would like make different treats, and then we would go out and hide them in the bushes, like around the neighborhood, like where we lived. And because there were like still some lands that weren't built up yet, and yeah, bush. I hide the things them, and the kids would run and find the treats. We did that. We also played that elastic band game where you jump and you lift it higher, and you jump and you lift it higher, and you jump. We used to play Ludi. We played so many card games, all versions, all that I forgot.
Domino, I was so good at domino.
We used to play domino with this elder guy next door, and we were very honored that he wanted to play with us because, you know, he saw something, you know.
He loved playing with me and my son.
He loved playing with me too. Anyways, then what else did we play? What else did we play?
Sightings.
We play sightings, we play red lights. There were some abandoned houses close by where we would go and play all kind of things. Even like Dolly House and all kind of things. Because we had a crazy childhood. Then the neighbor's boy next door, he got a cow. And why are we experiencing this in closer to Mobile than in the country? But he got a cow to take care of, and we were all for that life. We supported him fully. So his job now was to take out the cow in the mornings, tie up the cow, and go pick up the cow in the evenings. And guess who was there? We were there. And we used to go with him, tie out the cow. And Sarah said she remember seeing that cow on the loose running down the hill.
Yeah, I witnessed it through the kitchen window.
She said she witnessed it through our kitchen window. I don't remember that part.
Yeah, because you weren't there, but I saw it.
Sarah saw it. So Sarah's childhood, guys. Stay tuned for that. Yes, but some funny things happened with that cow, you know. Some funny things. I'm trying to figure out some of the crazy things that happened. I remember one time the cow almost bucked him. He used to love to tease the cow, and the cow would shake him head like this. The cow don't have no hand yet, you know, but do all of that.
Scratch bush used to kill you when we used to follow him in the bush.
Scratch bush.
Yeah.
Guys, we roamed that hill, you know, like imagine, like thinking about raising a kid now. I don't know if I would feel comfortable with my kid all the way in the bushes, but Lord, we roamed that hill. We go all places. How you feel about that, mommy? I mean, I'm so happy I had that childhood now in hindsight, but I don't know if you can still do that these days. We were all over, especially because of that cow.
Yeah. Talk about the cat story.
Oh yes, you see guys, it's actually good that Sarah's here, you know, because half of these things I forgot. So guys, we had many dogs and we had many cats, and in Jamaica raising animals is totally different ball field than, you know, here abroad, because they're all outdoor animals. So our dogs were also slash bodyguards, you know, especially single mom with her 2 girls. Like nobody could really come through without us knowing the dogs were vicious. Like as much as we used to be by the neighbors, like the neighbors weren't so often by us because of them dogs. They were vicious, very vicious. And it's really all about, you know, it takes a village to raise a child, I guess. And a lot of times, because mommy was at work, that's why we were also so often with our neighbors. Anyway, so now to the whole cat story now. We had quite a few cats. You know, of course, it started with 1 and 2, and then they have kids and we keep them. Did we ever give away any cats? Probably.
Yeah,
So,
not many.
So like, yeah, so we had a proper family, and we had all this land, and there's lizards outside, so those cats were eating good, plus they were getting food from us, and the dogs were living good. They were getting like proper dog food, you know.
Oh my god, we used to carry the dog food from down the hill.
Guys, in Jamaica nobody feeds their dog, well, not nobody, but a lot of people in our community was just feeding their dogs like regular food that they have left over. We know we'd feel enough self and bring up heavy dog food, go give me that.
Them are eating leftovers though.
Yeah, they also get leftovers, but they were living also a very privileged life. Those dogs with the German mom, you know. So anyways, so to the cat story now. There was this time this cat, she had babies. And we did not know where she had her babies. We're like, damn, where did you have your babies? So now guys, you remember the banger phones? Crystal come up with the genius idea, guys. So we made Kitty like a vest, very tight. Tight vest. We sew it up and everything. And then we put it on for her so tight you could barely breathe, yeah? Then we put in the phone into the vest with her. I don't know if we made it like...
But you tell them why we did all that?
Yeah, because we're looking for the kitties.
Oh yeah.
For the babies.
Remember that too.
So we had like a few ideas of where it could be, but in the end I don't think we're expecting where they were actually. So anyways, what we did now, we strap up Kitty with the phone and the vest and we let her go roam. So then when we see Kitty gone, we call the phone and I hear for the ringtone.
I'm just sitting there listening.
Oh,
which
God.
one did I come from?
I
was just a Kitty, I run up in that banana tree.
Kitty didn't like the vibrating. I don't know if it was vibrating or not, but I think it was irritating her. But we found her and she was like way down the hill in one like unfinished building there with the kitties, and we found them. It was kind of hard to get to them, but we take them out and we bring them up and yard back.
They actually find them?
Yes, my genius idea. It worked.
Yeah. She was in the unfinished house on the background.
Oh,
true. Yeah.
Guys, we were creative. Then we had a pit next door.
Oh yeah.
That-
I remember when the pit never finished also when one of the dogs jumped in there.
You know, that happened more than once. The pit was so close to our fence. And these dogs, at least 3 times I remember them falling down that pit, unfortunately. You know, like whoever was building next door, they couldn't even have the decency to like, you know, and it always would need somebody to help us and with a rope and try to pull up the poor dog, and that was a little memory too. Oh yes, we had guinea tree close by. In our yard we had the breadfruit tree, the ackee tree, we had tangerine, we had sweet sap, we had sour sap. What else was up there? Mangoes, but not in our yard. Probably.
Cherries.
We had cherry in the yard?
Oh, not here.
Not here, but at my dad's place he had cherries.
And the tree that was in front of the breadfruit tree that I always used to chill in.
Yeah, we had a really that tree was my tree, mommy said. She said they planted it after I was made. Ask her about that story.
What's the name of the tree?
Yeah,
but
what kind of
tree? Flat rock and then you.
But it's a beautiful little tree. And in the back of the yard we have these huge trees that maybe one day we couldn't build a tree house in, like huge trees. And yeah.
And they all have a orchid tree.
I also remember that yard, you know, after my dad left, that means no more maintenance, man. So us ladies there with the machete trying to keep the bushes tame, but it's not really possible. But we tried every now and again, you know, at least around the house. And mommy, she now says she kind of liked the privacy that the bush provided. We were really the Dragon Kids girl. Living the Tarzan life up there. Just running through the neighborhoods, through the hills, in the jungles. Like, definitely cool little memories. It's really full, and I don't think you can have that kind of childhood here unless maybe you live in a real small town with woods. So mommy brought us to where she grew up, brought me to where she grew up, and she had like a forest, like the woods close by. And maybe for you it was a little bit similar with the woods?
Yeah, a little bit.
Not the same.
And a big lake there.
Were you guys ramping in those woods a lot?
Yeah, but that
Or no
It
woods?
was nice, but very quiet. And when I was a teenager, so it was like
So it's not the same.
yeah.
Because I was gonna say, maybe in your situation, you were not in a city, you were close to nature.
We did play in the woods a lot and stuff like that. Yes, but
So it's still better.
Smaller, like also we did have a cave also where before Albert come in our life, we did have this cave. It was really awesome, and we used to climb trees. I always wanted to be the Indian. I remember that. I always had much of knees.
Oh God, oh God. So she did have.
She wanted us to have the same childhood.
She did have a real solid childhood too, I guess. Look up a little chunk of it, but you know, Jamaican life is a whole other level. There was this guy that my mom was talking to after the breakup and the separation, and God knows how long. Now we're bigger kids. I think I don't remember the age. Anyways, we're stupid, and we decided that we knew somehow that he was over by the house, and we were gonna go over there and scare him. So my, what would you call him, partner in crime, you know, my age mate, I saw him put the stocking over his head, and he looked scary, and I don't know why I came up with the idea to go and scare this poor man. He was so nice to us. I don't know why I'm so evil. Anyways, so go over there.
You pinch me if you bring me just to the doctor. See, from your smile.
Oh God, so we went over there and we scared poor Costello. Lord
And he
God.
was really vexed.
And he was so pissed, and of course he complains by my mom after that you have some bad picnic. We thought it was so funny, you know, like, oh, scared the guy, haha. But he was so pissed. I will to get trouble.
And were you disappointed, mommy?
Did you say those don't belong to me? I don't know them. Sorry about that.
No, but he was really scared. I think that's the point.
He
He was scared. Maybe he didn't even want it to come out like that also, but he really was.
We did
he
a good
was
job.
Strong man, like also. It's not like sometimes he's a.
We did a good job at scaring him. Us little kiddos. So tormented. Lord God.
That's the word.
Then our next memory came, guys. We also used to like to play hide and seek, and especially when lights would go out, like electricity would go out. Somehow, tell me why that is now even more fun to play hide and seek as a kid. I guess because you can just hide in plain sight. You know, I can stand right here and you cannot see me even though you're right there, you know? So you don't have to put much effort into the hiding. None of that. So every time when like gone, I weed that, you know. I weed that. All our neighbors were basically one big family, you could say. The mom lived on this side, her daughter lived on that side, her son lived below us. So there was this big family, and we're just there like in the middle, right? And then their family had more family around on the hill, and we'd go and see them with them. Like, we're just such a part of these people's life. Like, we're intertwined like this.
Also, Mama.
So it's like, it takes a village, and we're all over with them. Like, grew up really properly with them. Yeah, so that was cool. That was cool.
And that's where we stayed most of the time, so the time Mommy did when she went to work.
You know, that one was safe while I was working. I mean, I wasn't working every day, but sometimes long hours. And
Yes.
Them love to know and take care of you.
Yes, guys, that's the sacrifice, being single mom, and I'm so happy that, you know, we had that support. And yes, but I also think the whole single mom thing, you know, mommy, really made me grow up faster. Have to cook for Sarah, watch out for Sarah.
Mommy start cook early too, and take care of herself early too.
But
Me too, yeah? I was a key baby.
I don't know, I just remember, like, no matter where we go, like, just, you know, older sister, like, you just got to make sure you bring her back home alive. Like, even if we don't want some crazy adventure.
Then you grow up and you still are coming 20 and 30 to your mother, and no matter your boy or girl, also you can wash my clothes and you are doing this somewhere else and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
know people like that.
no, of course I'm happy that I'm independent, but I do
You
think,
can't help yourself.
no, guys, I'm not complaining, you know. I'm just saying that I do think being a single mom like that, you just have to grow up fast at the eldest. So anyways, I remember too us washing, hanging up on the line, washing uniform, blue soap, iron before school. Guys, I did not even, this is gonna get long. I did not even get to the school aspect yet, guys. So, did we finish with upper yard for now?
Yeah, I think,
Yeah, unless maybe in later life you remember noch mehr Sachen.
I actually remember one more thing about upper yard. I remember back then I had the little banger phone, and you know, sometimes we would go over early and wait for mommy over the house alone, versus staying with the neighbors until she come. And back then, you know, we were saying about the electricity and all that, and we just had literally just this banger phone.
Banger phone?
I don't think the TV was there as yet. Was the TV there?
yes.
The TV came after the fire.
Yeah.
But before the fire, where there was no TV
Just
yet.
had a small TV.
We had a smart TV, but we never use it. So I remember just having that banger phone as entertainment. And the only thing on this phone was the snake game. And Sarah probably dropped asleep before me. I mean, just did I play the snake game. I wait for mommy to come home in the dark.
Yeah, we used to pass.
Yeah, but later on after that, you know, the fire happened. And we got some little, what you call it, charity, and we got the TV and we got this, and we fixed up at the place, and things got a little bit better. So now guys, let's go back to high school days. Actually, how was high school for me? So I was saying that I landed in one of the lower high schools, I guess, like grade wise. You don't need such a high average to be in a high school versus like the top schools. And I am so grateful to this day that I passed to go to that school. I learned so much, and it is actually a good school. Like, it really doesn't matter about the average, about getting in. It was really such a good school. First of all, we had the wickedest principal ever. Wicked in a good way, but wicked. Like, this man, he was so strict, so strict. Like, I think every morning we had like a grand assembly where we all stood there in the sun listening to his speeches and his lectures and how we should do better and be better, and like anything that he, because you know guys, in Jamaica we wear school uniforms, right? So you know what that does now? You know what that does? You are easily identifiable where you come from. Yeah? So then the principal would be like, you know, I heard that Urban High students have been in town doing this and doing that, and that is unacceptable, and you guys gonna stand here in the sun until you learn your lessons, and I don't want to hear nothing more about Urban High students. So I'm like, why are they gonna have to suffer for the bad?
Yeah.
He was tough. You know, of course we had our regular devotions before that, but then came the lecture, and then, you know, he kept us in check. And then regular mornings, Tuesday to Friday, we had like normal little devotions before classes. And you know, like, that's what I would always say, like, growing up, I definitely grew up religious. Like, even though, like, compared to German school, I doubt you have anything like a devotion. But every morning we're singing, we're reading the Bible, we're doing this, we're doing that, proper devotion. High school, saying prayers, everything. Primary school too. So like, that's just natural. We're growing up there in Jamaica. It's 99% Christians.
And I think I actually like it.
And it's nice little thing. But I just
You're
said,
part of your country, is part of the thing, and
yes, that's how we're raised, to be so proud to be Jamaicans. We have national anthem, we have national hymn that we sing very often.
yeah.
and yeah, it's just a part of us to be so in tune with our culture. Raise the flag.